All right, guys, looking at a chart here that we took on, I think, Tuesday here. It is now Wednesday, and we were just looking for a pullback on this downtrend here. We saw a lot of accumulation coming back up here. We saw the sweep below these lows, and we just looked for a long really quick here. And then longed up here, and we didn't actually hit the full take profit here. We took a little bit off right around this area. And so we maybe got a little bit less than 1R on that one. And then today we did take a loss on UCAD here. We were talking about this on stream, how we wanted to get long here. Let's explain why. We can see that these lows here, let me just drop that to the 1 hour. Multiple lows here being tested, and then swept large rally here, and then rejecting exactly on those highs again. So we figured when it did come back down here, we would then be able to get a long in today. And we were just looking for this level to be bounced off of. It didn't actually bounce off of. We put our stop below there, and then we got stopped out here. So something kind of along these lines. I was doing it on my phone, so we're not completely sure, but it was something along these lines, right, with a stop just below there. So it was a tighter trade, and then we were targeting those highs. But didn't work out in our favor at this time, so we are so far net just a little bit less than break even for this week. But we have 2 more days of trading, so we should be able to pull out a little bit of profit at least. Alright guys, so we took one trade today here. Nothing major popped out on me, but we did happen to take the odd CAD short here. I was talking about a bias that we had for odd USD because we had, or sorry, USD CAD, because we had this massive down. We were thinking it was going to come down even more. That goes hand in hand with odd CAD, kind of pairs up nicely with us. When odd CAD went up to retest this sweeping action here, and then that dump down, let's kind of show you on the higher time frame here, that massive engulfing candle there after sweeping some highs, retesting this area. It was obvious that we were going to see some sort of rejection off this area, so we threw on some fibs and we tested to see where it was going to reject onto. Rejected there perfectly, and then we just took a tight stop here, and it was actually a bit tighter stop right there. Where was it? Yeah, something like that, as we entered, and then we were able to close out at the end of the day here. Once I started seeing these wicks back up, that's kind of when we closed out, and that's what we got so far. So looking at the account here now, we can see, okay, so we can see here now, real account, there's my name. We'll swipe across, you know, $3,700 day, and we will go here and we will show you the balance. You can now see 21 gained, 21K gained there in about the first month, roughly. So you guys can enjoy that trade, I suppose. So I'm just looking at shorting the Aussie dollar here right now. All around the board, I had a bias that the Aussie is going to be going down. So we're just looking for the retest of this order block. So you can see on the 1 hour there, and we're just trying to wait for confirmation here that we're actually going to be reversing here. And then I'm going to put stop super tight somewhere around this area, and we'll see how we can go. All right, guys, so this is the trade we decided to take here. We can see the obvious kind of sweeping action above these highs, and then we're coming right back down on the 1 minute. So we're just kind of hoping that this retest here of this order block is our actual bounce off zone. It's either going to be really quick that we're wrong, or we're going to make a ton of money. So let's do it. So jumping on the computer here, guys, this was the trade we took. I'm now out of the position. I should have actually not moved my stop so early, but we did enter right on this retest here, and let me just drag this to exactly where it was in the previous little clips there, right around there, and we had a take profit of way down here. Now, what happened was a massive rally back here. I got a little bit nervous, so when we did come back down here, I took a take profit one for only about 1 hour there, and then the rest got stopped out. So we got just about half an hour on that trade. We got stopped out at break even after moving the stop. Now looking at this, I do see it still looks pretty good actually. And I do still have that same bias that I do want to be shorting this today. So we might look for another entry here. I'm just a little bit hesitant. I don't want to be jumping into the same trade over and over just because I'm not completely sure. But it does look like an amazing setup for me. It's really broken down well. So we might try to get in. If it comes back up here, we might look for another entry. It's just not looking like a super strong entry position on the 1 minute right now. It's just kind of gliding down, so I would like to see some sort of manipulation and then coming back down, and then I can enter, but I think we might have actually missed out on this, which is unfortunate, but that's okay. Now guys, this is a trade that I did take on Discord. We were doing a live stream session on Discord, so if you guys want to watch that occasionally, you can jump in and into the link in the description, the Discord community there. It's free. I just helped on this morning, felt like talking about my trade, so we can so you can actually jump in occasionally. You might be able to see some setups. I did this live actually for some of the members. Okay, so just watching a trade here. This is on a demo account that's actually just replicated to my other account there, and I just got a couple trades running here. We took a EU short on today, and we took some profit right around these previous 1.1778, right around there. Watching just to see the reaction on this wick here, because I am wondering if this is actually going to be closing above here, and then I'm just going to completely get out of the trade. So yeah, this is a bit smaller account, but it's a demo account, and then I like to replicate onto my larger accounts using the demo, just because that way there's just so that way the spread is better, and then I can actually not have to worry so much about the spread. So the reason we can kind of see what's going on here is you can see this previous highs, we're seeing sweeps above them and then complete breaking down, and that's kind of why we took this trade here. You can even see on the 1 hour how it just kind of wicked. And you can zoom in here, so we just wicked above, but we actually took this trade based off a 5 minute breakdown right here, so you can see this massive move to the downside right there, and then we just took the retest, and then stop above the highs, and then target of the lows. Very simple. And so guys, if you wanted to know why I'm using kind of a demo account there, you can see here I have IC markets, and I've gotten a friend to make me a demo account under IC markets because I really like their spreads, and trading the demo might even be a little bit lower spread, I'm not sure, but essentially they have the lowest spreads, I believe, and I'm just replicating that to my personal account. That way, on my broker, if the spreads do widen at certain times, then I'm a little bit safer, so I can actually go use IC market spreads, and then I can be perfectly fine. And the demo account does help as well too, so there's not as much maybe manipulation in the market, things like this. So it's just a little bit easier for me to manage multiple of my accounts because I do have many accounts, so I like to replicate things that way. That's why you might see me trading on a demo, but the actual account that I am trading on is real, as I've shown you guys. The actual profits on there. I show you the real banner, but sometimes I'll show you the trade live there on the phone with a demo account. Just something I recently started doing. It's a little bit easier to manage things, and then that way I only have to trade off of one account. Right guys, so I just wanted to cover a couple trades that I took here today that I forgot to record about. Well, actually yesterday, euro pound, let me put this on the 1 hour here. This was actually a really good trade that didn't work out because I kind of screwed it up. You see a massive momentum shift. You see this V bottom here, huge momentum shift. And then what we're looking for is just this candle body retest. Looking at the lower time frame, you can obviously see that there's an untested demand zone there. So we were looking for a bounce off of that area, right? After we saw the bounce, what we did, we just kind of entered right away after I saw that there was some bullishness off that bounce. Right around there, actually, I think we got in. The stop I kept right around 7.3, right around this area there. And we targeted, the first target was this double high here. And the second target was way up here, I believe. Maybe a little bit higher. I think even higher here. Anyways, this was very, very painful to watch the entire day because it just kind of did nothing. So by the end of the day, before the market closed here, I had taken off half the trade just because in case the spread got really wide, I didn't want anything to happen. And then I moved the stop forward here just to right around that area so that it would be a break-even trade if the spread did go absolutely nuts. And then I left it overnight. And as you guys can see, it went exactly to the stop. And this was just kind of a coincidence. I put it in a position that was just strictly based off of me not losing money. It wasn't a position based off of the chart. So sometimes I do that just to make sure that I don't lose my money. And then it absolutely rallied overnight while I was sleeping. I looked at it at about 4 a.m. my time, right around here, and I was like, oh my God, did it hit my take profit overnight? That is beautiful. But it stopped me out because I forgot I moved my stop. So that kind of sucks. That's a little bit of a boo-boo by me. And that's fine because we had a nice week to start. And then coming in on Friday, we looked at Aussie dollar. And I just looked for a short here really quick. A scalp kind of type thing. Multiple highs on the 5-minute. Sweeping those tops, breaking down. And we just took the short right around here on a retest and then stopped out immediately. Now I risked half on that one. So it wasn't a big deal. But if we do want to look at the final results for this week, we can. So as you guys can see, I have a little bit different lighting here. I don't know if I like it. I have to play around with it. Let me know in the section below what you guys think about this lighting. If it needs to be dimmer, it just looks really like artificial, but it's going to be really helpful in the colder, darker months here. So as you guys can see, real account here, and we'll just swipe over, and we can see the final balance there, 121, a little bit over 121, and you know still that 1500 credit that should expire I think by the end of the challenge there. So we'll see it go to 0 at some point, or it'll be applied to the account. I'm not sure. It depends on how much I trade. But that's the final result for this week. I think we locked in like 1.5R or something. I don't remember the exact previous balance there. I think we were at like 16, something like this. So we're actually increased our risk a little bit, and we're doing quite well here. It's gone up quite decently, and we might be able to just increase the risk a little bit more going forward. We'll see how I feel about that, and we might be able to blow this thing completely out of the water by the end of it, because we're now, I think, 5 or 6 weeks into this challenge. We're going to be ending probably right around Christmas, and then seeing what we can do as a Christmas present to everybody. So I will see you guys next week. Thanks for watching.